fucked them up. You feel what I'm saying? You know, but, you know, the unnatural system doesn't see that as, okay, that's an eye for an eye, may the best man win type of thing. The natural system says, no, y'all don't do anything. Y'all don't do anything. Y'all don't bust a move without us, which doesn't make natural sense. You understand what I'm saying? You're not on this block 24/7. You're not out here helping me, whatever I do in my family's day-to-day lives and how we feel or however we get down or however we eat. You don't help us. You don't help us baste the turkey when it's Thanksgiving. You don't help us fry the chicken. You don't help us, you know what I'm saying, boil an egg. But then when a problem erupts between me and my brother or me and my cousin or anyone within my household, you'll show up and become the immediate authority. What gives you that right? Exactly. What gives you that right that you could come up and everybody has to assume and give you that authority? It's temporary authority. Right. It's not even authority. It's some form of fear. It's some form of fear. I fear what you'll do to me or what type of box you'll shell me in and put me away in. You know what I'm saying? And the people who don't fear, they consider dangerous.
So how you feel about the?
Let me finish going to this, arriving at this point. I don't mean to cut what you're saying.
I'm sorry for cutting you off. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? But like that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So they'll sit there and be content, like I said before, with this type of authority system or whatever, and it don't make natural sense. It don't make natural sense because you know they ain't gonna be there. They ain't gonna be there. They wasn't there when the fight got started or when the shootout got started. Right. They don't know the boy or whoever got shot. They don't know, oh, that's little Terrell. And nah, they have no compassion. That's why they come to it with no compassion. They don't know the person. They don't know the individual. And they don't care to know the individual. They're doing their job, but their job involves them to act like they care. Exactly. They're getting paid to act like they care, so it's a whole start. From the start, from the initial arrest, it's a fake system. Then once you get inside the courtroom, you already know that's fake. Just look at any UCC or sovereignty thing that they got going on now with the Moors and whatnot, or any type of movement that involves UCC and unveiling law or whatnot. You already know that's a whole pseudo system kangaroo court thing going on right there. You feel what I'm saying? And then you got on the back end or whatever, you know, then you got the judges and everybody that's in place, and then the laws and all the people that deploys, the public defenders, the lawyers, everyone, they enjoy this system. They enjoy it. They honestly love the system, and they think it works. And that's why they feel comfortable. They can pull up in their nice cars or whatnot, and we always struggle because the system is unnatural and placed for unnatural people. And when the natural people get inside of trouble or whatever, we are the ones that suffer.
So do you feel like the officials, they are the most systematic people?
Yeah, of course, they go by protocol. That's like when you come in there and start screaming about something that actually happened or trying to explain, they not really trying to hear you like that because they going by protocol. And the protocol says don't listen to you. The protocol says, okay, he's subject to lie. He has 4 arrests. He's what do they call it when you he's a habitual abuser. A 4-time offender. He's a habitual offender. So don't listen to him. Yeah. Even though you may have robbed 2 people before in your life, this 3rd time you just have to be in the wrong place at the wrong time and you didn't do it. But the record says don't listen. So they ain't gonna listen to you, and you probably didn't get listened to the first 2 times. And that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. They're not trying to hear what you got to say, and that's not. They're trying to blame it all on the white man or try to blame it on anybody.
It's just the system.
Anybody that's the common system, they'll burn their own people. They'll burn their own people if they ain't got the right kind of money, because the system is set up for you get off if you have the right kind of money.
That's beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? You get off if you have the right kind of money. If you ain't got the right kind of money, then you already know.
That's what happens when you're in a capitalistic society.
Yeah, capitalist society is ran by capitalism, whose money is backed by nothing, but whose money is a faith form. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. You can get mad at it, but ain't nothing you can do about it because they still in power. You know what I'm saying? They still in power or whatnot. And that's why most of the serial killers are never caught, and most of the mass rapists and pedophiles are never caught. Because they're white men between the ages of 35 and 60 who are middle to upper class white men or Caucasians, and that's just what the hell it is. And that's why they're never caught. They're never caught because they have money. They have some type of financial backing or economic backing or whatever, and the system is in place. And in that form, it works against them. See, it won't dawn on them that that's injustice until it happens to them. The same thing happens or whatever when you're looking at a highway or something. The highway, hundreds of accidents happen on this highway or this turn or whatever. Let's say this turn right here or whatever. Let's say hundreds of people trying to go up the street or whatever, and the way the street was designed was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? The traffic engineer that designed the street or whatever should have put a yield sign right there and a stop sign on the other end for people to stop, because when they come to this point or whatever, it's gonna be an accident.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? But they won't do anything about that. It don't matter how many people die on that corner.
Unless it happened to them, and then something's gonna get put in place. Then
that corner becomes not only a shrine, but they're dedicated to every corner within a mile radius or whatever. This will be the Kaylee Mathers Highway.
Talk about when how it be accidents, like for example, like it's like a specific street around the way where you stay at, and it's been like so many accidents over there, but it was actually a particular accident where like a little white boy or a little white girl got into an accident and got killed, and then they dedicated that whole street to her or to him.
Prime example. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. You feel what I'm saying?
It just don't make sense.
You see it ain't no justice. You see it ain't. Yeah, you see it. You feel it. You feel it. You know it. They know it.
Yeah.
They know it. They know the system. You ask most of them, just judges and shit, they even laugh when you ask them about the UCC, or you ask them about anything that's real. They're like, they know it's full of shit. They don't even know all they laws. All the bullshit. Like, oh yeah, check the books. When you start going there and talking all this stuff, they don't even know it. They don't even know what they damn to, because they know it's bullshit. They know they full of shit. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They're not trying to look out for your best interest. Hell, they're not even trying to look out for their own best interest. And that's the situation I am. And that's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of world that we live in over there. You know what I'm saying? You asked me something else?
I actually, I was just really listening to you.
Yeah.
I just wanted that to sink in. I mean, we all know the system is bullshit, so what we need to do now is just rise above it and, find ways to where we can cope with how this reality is in place until there's some type of revolution or liberation going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I want to know what people mean when they say revolution. Like, what are you thinking? Like
when I say revolution, I think of a specific type of act that's being in place, as far as like people rebelling against the system, like a whole group of people, or.
Well, I can't say that'll never happen. I can't say that. But what I will say is the way that when I say we, because I'm gonna start using the word we.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When the way they divided us. When I say we, I'm referring to like people who are against any form of white supremacy and any form of injustice, blank period. It don't matter what nationality, creed, race, or color you are. You know what I'm saying? If you down with fair and justice and righteousness, then that's part of us. That's what I mean when I say us. Let me see. What was I saying?
As far as like what revolution is, and
yeah. What's revolution? Because his train of thought knocked me. He was watching me. His train of thought came over and blocked me.
He shouldn't even exist right now.
He doesn't, but you know what I'm saying? It's just the level of I would say energy and negative energy or whatever that came from that one train of thought knocked me, and I had to focus my attention, and it became more of a defense than anything else. It became more of a defense. I had to defend my thoughts and my aura. And
it's natural.
Area over there. so the portion of energy that I was dedicating to that thought left me. That's the fight or flight kind of like thing on a spiritual level. But anyway, the revolution or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, man, I don't see that, because a lot of people not willing to die.
I feel like that's true at this point in time, and maybe even 10 years from now. But I feel that it's some point in time in the future that's liable to happen.
Yeah, because people don't get tired and shit.
Yeah.
You see fragments of this within the Tea Party movement, even amongst themselves, because they even trying to say, well, just go off the lies within the Constitution. Go off of those truths that we all to know to be true, and we all hold to, be true of what those liberties and justice and freedom for all and all that. We the people shit. Go off of that. Don't go off of none of the Magna Carta and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? The Plymouth Charter. Don't go off of the Parliament rules in England or whatnot. Nah, just go off of the first thing. But what a lot of people don't know, that the Constitution has been ratified. The Constitution has been ratified, and each amendment has ratifications. That means changes. For all of y'all who don't know, that means changes are a little sticky. I know I first said thou shall, well, not thou, but it's basically thou. You had a right to bear arms, which is in the Bill of Rights. And I put a little sticky on there. Only if you're a government official.
Exactly.
Because so everybody start walking around with guns. But I put a little sticky on there. Only if you're a government official. And then on top of that sticky, I put another little sticky. And within the individual states, that you must abide by their individual constitution. And I put another little sticky on there, said everyone within the United States must be above the ages of 21 and have no criminal record. And you keep putting stickers on it. That's each ratifications, and the most current ratification is the one that people go by, and that's that as a whole is bullshit. Why not just scratch the whole thing and start over? They won't. That way they won't be able to give these little cute little speeches, our fathers, our forefathers or their forefathers or whatever, and follow along according to that. They won't even be able to use that because it didn't come from the forefathers, it came from them because they changed it.
Exactly.
So it's all just for the sake of an argument. And for them to look better is the reason why they, continue to use the Constitution to force, because they want to force this misogyny down your throat, and they want to act like it's always been in place. They want to act like it's always been in place, so that's why they constantly use the forefather thing. That's why they can't really scratch it like that. Because ancient people only abide by ancient rules, and if it ain't ancient people ain't gonna listen. So they got to act like it's ancient, even though to us, well, a lot of people, 90% of people in this country, that is ancient, because before slavery, we didn't exist. If you ask a Christian, they can't tell you nothing about that. So in their mind, before slavery, blacks didn't exist. They didn't exist like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why they keep talking about slavery and everything that happened from slavery onward, because they're stuck within a paradigm. You know what I'm saying? Of thinking that that's what happened.
I'd like for you to expound upon more. So when you say they didn't exist,
well, they think what I'm saying is like in their minds, black people didn't do anything for themselves before the white man arrived. We was like, they believe in the hype, like the Natural Geographic and all that History Channel jazz about we had walking around with a bone in our nose and all that type of stuff, and we swinging from trees and with spears and stuff, and eating each other and whatever other rhetoric they got going on today about how ignorant people were or whatever, how they should shrink heads and drink the juices and kill babies and all this other stuff that doesn't make sense. Actually, stuff that they made up inside some laboratory in Switzerland and decided that was the rhetoric they was gonna push for some other, miscellaneous reason or cause that they got going on that week. That is support and goes along with the agenda of somebody that's backing them financially. You know what I'm saying? But they don't see it like that. So, like when you say to a Christian, that's why they always talking about Frederick Douglass and all that type of stuff, because before slavery, before the white man or whatever, they don't see a history beyond that point. That's why they always pick up right there. Black History Month. They always talk,
and that's been for
Jackie John Kersey,
Jackie Robinson,
Jesse Owens, Jackie Robinson, every year, Martin Luther King. They keep bringing up the same people.
Exactly, that's true.
That's because they exist within a certain corridor of time. They exist from slavery on before, I don't know, 1875. They don't even like talking about Nat Turner. They don't even like talking about Nat Turner and the rebellious slaves. They don't like to speak of. They don't like to speak of it. You know what I'm saying? They don't like to think about the slave revolts. You know what I'm saying? That's because they've only been taught to the degree or whatever that we was walking around being real passive, like, yes sir, I said, but everybody wasn't doing that.
And that's true because
everybody wasn't doing it.
And that's true. I'm 21. Ever since I can remember Black history, we've been talking about the same people ever since I've been like, you know, like I said.
Martin Luther King.